A man's wife vanishes without a trace.
Yesterday morning, I woke up and my wife was gone.
He couldn't find her, but ended up finding something else.
This is her secret love or something, probably.
Is this a case of a runaway bride? Investigators didn't find her, but found hidden camera recordings of her.
You're not the God.
I am the God. I say, Mom, don't stay here. She don't stay here.
Welcome to the channel. Every case has two sides.
Okay.
The story they tell.
Did you kill your wife? No, I did not.
Awara, it's your boy Skimask Reacts, back with another video. You know how we do. My brother needs an Aston Martin, so subscribe to the channel, like and comment. What's up guys, what's up girls, it's been a long time. You guys thought I was finished with YouTube, but nah, we still going, man. I had to take a break, man. The computer was broken. After that I fixed it, and I was still lacking, still being lazy, but now we back, man. You know what it is, so tell all your friends, subscribe back, share the video. We back with another crime video, man. The name of the video is Killer Husband Realizes Cops Found His Wife's Body. Alright, man, you know how we do, man. Prepare yourself, you know, get yourself a pillow between your legs, you know, get yourself a beanie because there's gonna be a cold video, man. Let's get it.
They tell.
Did you kill your wife?
A man's wife vanishes without a trace.
Yesterday morning, I woke up and my wife was gone.
He couldn't find her, but ended up finding something else.
This is her secret love or something, probably.
Is this a case of a runaway bride? Investigators didn't find her, but found hidden camera recordings of her.
You're not the God.
I am the God. I say, Mom, don't stay here. She don't stay here.
Welcome to the channel. Every case has two sides.
Okay.
The story they tell.
Did you kill your wife? No, I did not. Do you know what happened to her? No, I do not.
And the truth we reveal. Buckle up, because this one will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. On October 10th, 2019, at exactly 3:35 p.m. on a Wednesday evening, police dispatch received a call. A young man, 23-year-old Joseph Elledge, reported his wife missing.
Just dispatch, how may I help you?
Fine. I need to file a missing person report first.
Okay, I can help you with that. What's your name?
Joe Elledge.
Okay. And tell me exactly what happened.
Yesterday morning, I woke up and my wife was gone.
Alright chat, you know, I like this crimes videos. Why? Because I like to, I like to see where can I find these suspects lying. I like to detect, you know. So when we listen to this conversation on the telephone, we need to analyze it and we need to check, like, is this guy guilty or not? So, you know, focus on the shit, man. Focus, man. Let's get it. By the way, what do you guys think, huh? Got myself the mic, you know. Be professional in this bitch, man. Let me know what you think about the mic, man. I still need to get like a holder, let's say, man, and a pop filter, you know. But we're here, man. Let's go.
She left her wedding ring and her phone, and my wife was gone. She left her wedding ring and her phone, cars.
He told the dispatcher his wife had vanished, gone without a trace. She was 28, Chinese. Her name was Meng.
She doesn't look 28 here, man. But yeah, she went without the phone, without the car. Alright. There's no reason for her to go away all of a sudden, like by herself, without the phone. You know, if she's going away with another man, alright, she doesn't need her car, blah blah, alright. The wedding ring also not. But the phone, in these days, people don't leave just, I want to go away and I leave my phone. No, man, you need your phone. There's money on there, it's navigation. It's, you know, when you're in an emergency, you can call. People don't leave their phone like that, man. Let's see.
G.G. Elledge. He was the last person to see her. Meng Shi had come to the U.S. years before. In 2012, as an exchange student, her parents adored her. She was their only child, born during China's one-child policy. They poured all their love into her, and she thrived. She wasn't just smart, she was exceptional. She got into a top university in Shanghai for her bachelor's in mechanical engineering. Then she moved to Missouri, where she earned her master's in aerospace engineering. Her professors admired her. One even hired her straight out of school at his biomaterials company, Nanova. That's where Joseph worked too. In fact, Mengji was his supervisor. Their relationship started strong. He even traveled to China to meet her family.
This guy banged the boss. Shit, he banged the supervisor. All right.
By all accounts, Mengji had a bright future, but now she was missing. And something about Joseph's story wasn't adding up. Officers arrived at Joseph Elledge's apartment on Eastwood Drive, Unit 58. They found him waiting.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Hey, it's Officer Joseph.
Officer Joseph.
I was just going to come over here and get
That's
some
fine.
details from you.
The officer got straight to the point. He needed details. Inside, Joseph explained what he knew.
So you said took her purse with her, right?
Yeah.
Phone.
Yeah, phones. Do you want it? It's here.
She left behind her wedding
This what I'm... No, wait.
ring, her phone, her bank card. He gestured to the table.
Let's go back. What
She
did he
left
say?
behind her wedding ring, her phone, her bank card.
Alright, wedding ring, phone, bank card. What is not there? The handbag. Why the fuck do you go with your handbag but not with your phone? Or not with your bank card? Let's see what this guy is trying to cook in the kitchen, man. Man, I know for sure I ain't gonna eat that shit, man. But let's see what he's cooking.
He gestured to the table, offering the officer a look.
Phone and her wedding ring were both just left on that table. I can't unlock her phone. It's locked and I don't know the password.
Joseph then pointed them toward Mengji's computer and iPad. He'd found something, a message from a man in China.
I think this is her secret love or something. Probably.
Back in China?
I suppose. I think you.
At the time of her disappearance, Mengji was more than just a young wife. She was a mother. Their daughter was only a year old. To outsiders, the couple seemed happy. Mengji was a talented engineer, a devoted mom, someone with ambition, but appearances could be deceiving. Joseph didn't hesitate to offer the officers a theory. His wife had a secret lover in China. He pulled up an online journal she had left behind, flipping through entries that told a story he didn't want to hear.
That journal article talks about this guy. She's like in love with him or something, and that she's not interested in her husband. But that she's married and she has a baby, so she has to stop doing this.
Messaging him.
There, I think, yeah.
Mengji wrote about a man back home. She loved him, but she was married now. She had a child. She had to stop. The word stung. Joseph made sure the officers saw them. And there was more. Private messages, photos, conversations with this man that felt different, flirty, intimate. Things she never said to Joseph. It was clear she had been emotionally involved, maybe more. Joseph had grown up in Kansas City, then moved to Columbia, Missouri, to study engineering. That's where he met Mengji at Nanova Biomaterials. She was his supervisor. They fell in love quickly. A year and 7 months in, Joseph proposed. He got down on one knee on a trail in Rockbridge Memorial State Park.
This also what I don't understand, man. I don't know if it's like this for the whole history of people, but why do people marry after only knowing each other for like 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years? Come on, man. I say like after 2 years, between 2 and 3 years, you start to learn the person. You know, you cannot marry somebody who you know for 1 year. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. For me, it's crazy, man. That shit is crazy. Shit.
At a spot called Devil's Icebox. 2 weeks later, they were married. But the timing wasn't just about romance. Mengji's visa was about to expire. Without a green card, everything became uncertain. The marriage gave her stability, but it also shifted the power dynamic. Then, 5 months in, everything changed again. Mengji found out she was pregnant. She and Joseph decided she would stay home. She was the only one making money at the time. Joseph had quit his job to finish school. Now, she was a full-time mom. By October 2018, their daughter Anna was born, and Mengxi's world became smaller. No family, no real support. Anna became her anchor, her one connection to home, a daily phone call to her mother in China. She never missed it, until October 19th, 2019. That was the first sign something was wrong. Her parents grew worried. When they couldn't reach her, they asked a friend nearby to check in. But by then, it was already too late. It wasn't until the day after Mengxi's parents sent a friend to check on her that Joseph finally called the cops. But he didn't dial 911. He called the non-emergency line, 311. When officers arrived, Joseph told them it wasn't the first time she has disappeared.
I think there's been about 4 times where she's gone out, and she's been out for like an unreasonably long time. Yeah, pretty much.
Police entered Mengxi into the system as a missing person.
So I'll enter as a missing person until we hear otherwise from her, or can prove that she went somewhere. Obviously, the best thing for her to do would be to call and say, "Hey, this is where I'm at," for everybody, so everybody knows.
But something felt off. Some details made no sense.
Is his eyebrow twitching?
Everybody, so everybody knows.
But something felt off.
What? What does this mean, chat? What does that mean?
Say, hey, this is where I'm at, for everybody, so everybody knows.
But something felt off. Some details made no sense. Mengxi was a breastfeeding mother. Anna was everything to her. No mother walks away from her baby like that.
And you guys can try to work out whatever you need to do. But as far as like issues between you and her, is it just, anything? She just kind of nitpick? Is that kind of the deal, or anything?
Yeah, there was no like big, large arguments recently.
Just disagreements about small things.
He downplayed everything. No big fights, just little disagreements. But police weren't convinced. They started digging, checking Uber records, flight bookings, anything that might show Mengxi had left on her own. Nothing. No trace of her anywhere. Meanwhile, Colombia was on edge. The city had a tight-knit Chinese community. Around 3,000 people of Chinese descent lived there, many of them students. They had mobilized, searching for Mengxi. Soon, the search for Mengxi spread across Columbia, Missouri. Meanwhile, her parents were already on their way from China, desperate for answers. When Mengxi's parents arrived in Missouri, they went straight to the apartment. Joseph and his mother were there, but they didn't let them in. No comfort, no explanations, just closed doors and vague responses. Her parents were frustrated. Their daughter was missing, and they weren't allowed to see their granddaughter.
Man, if you try to cover something up, man, this is a really bad job, man. Damn, I can't imagine my girlfriend's missing. Their parents come from, let's say, Colombia, because I like me some Latinas. And I ignore them at the door. Fucking stupid, man. And I killed her. Like, where's the plan, man? And I'm thinking, like, I'm not sure yet if he's the perpetrator or not. But he's working in a company where you need to use your head. It seems like he went to school. He's a smart guy. But why do some smart people kill people on this stupid way, man? Like, if he's the perpetrator, if he's guilty, then this is already a bad cover-up, man. Shit.
Every answer they got only led to more questions. Mengxi was missing, and her own husband didn't seem interested in finding her. This was a major red flag, and police called Joe for an interview at the station. 5 days after reporting his wife missing, Joe Elledge walked into the Columbia Police Department. No lawyer, just him, ready to talk.
You said we got a seat right there. Yep, exactly. Just right
I love this shit.
Detectives wanted to see if his story held up.
Right.
Do you have your cell phone on you here? Yeah. And do you mind if we take that and we do a download of it?
That's not.
Well, this fine. Okay. Okay. We'll do that real quick.
He handed over his phone without hesitation. They downloaded everything. Joe sat down with detectives. They wanted to hear it all again, from the beginning.
We're done. Go ahead.
That's one thing that they do, you know. They ask you something once, and then on a later, normally a little bit later in the investigation, or the next day they ask you again. But now they ask him again after 5 days, so this is gonna be tough for him. Let's see how he holds up.
Started so we can try and get you out of here. What's we doing with it's everything all over again, okay?
He admitted their marriage wasn't perfect, but there was nothing majorly wrong between them.
We didn't have any big fights. I think the last big fight was actually the week before. It wasn't really a big fight.
He described Mungji as distant the night before she disappeared. She had been tense, withdrawn. To help, he gave her a massage.
I was doing it kind of slow. I was trying to drag it out because I wanted to extend the amount of time that we were together doing something.
But detectives were picking up on something else, something that felt off.
She kind of told me, I don't know, during that time, she had told me that she had to get up early in the morning to go somewhere. And I'd asked her where she's going, who she's meeting. And I asked her about 3 times, who is she meeting? And her answer was just, quote, me. So she wouldn't tell me who she was meeting or where she was going, what she was doing. And then later in the night, about 5 a.m., is when I woke up to Anna crying. And she was crying really loud. And so I really sat up in bed. And then I normally put my hand over to wherever she is. And I put my hand over there, and she wasn't there. And I looked over, and I didn't see her. And I looked around the room, and I didn't see her. So I went out of the room, and I searched the rest of the apartment for Munchie, and I just didn't see her anywhere. I noticed that her keys were here. I noticed that her phone and her ring were next to the bed. And it was early, and I was really tired, so I just went back to sleep.
Joe Elledge told detectives that after his wife vanished, he discovered she was having an affair with a man in China. He found very disturbing journal entries on her computer.
And the last paragraph said, like, it's sad though that I have no interest in my husband.
There were texts too, intimate, explicit messages between Mungji and the man. She had told him she wanted him. She had told him she loved him. So had she run off to be with him? That was one possibility, but there were others. Joe told police that the morning he woke up and found his wife gone, he loaded their baby into Mungji's car and went on a long, peaceful drive.
It's just a big area that's all green on the Google Maps. And so I wanted to go and see if there were walking paths back there.
It raised eyebrows. His wife was missing, and instead of calling people, instead of searching frantically, he drove around the countryside with windows cracked, letting the fresh air in.
It was a really nice day. I cracked the windows, and I noticed Anna was watching outside the whole time. She was very silent and just watching outside. So I thought that was kind of nice.
Detectives weren't buying it.
Listen, man, we don't give a fuck about what the baby is doing in the back of the car, man. Like, this is very sketchy to me, man. Like, if they add on some details that are like, you know, nobody asks for that, like, you know. And I really like the food, and then nobody cares, man. This is I got 2 red flags for now in this interrogation.
So I thought that was kind of nice.
Detectives weren't buying it. One of them cut in.
I got to relax and at the same time.
Wait a minute. You got to relax. Your wife is missing.
Oh, the bad.
You're now the sole caregiver of a 1-year-old child. And you went on a relaxing drive? I gotta tell you.
Shit, this guy said I went to relax. Like, shit, man. If I was the detectives, this is what I'm seeing. He killed his wife, then he got to relax. Killed her, and then shit, man. This guy.
Yeah, that strikes me as strange, and I don't think I'm alone in that. I think
I'm with you, man. I'm
Alan
with
here
you.
would probably agree with that. And I'd say 99 out of 100 people on the street would say that's not the time to relax.
Yep.
I mean, you haven't even told anybody, I don't know where my wife is.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to look at this from my standpoint, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a job to do. My job is to find Mitzi, right?
I understand. Yep.
For good or for bad, it's to find her.
Yes, sir.
If she left on her own and she wants to stay gone, that's her right. But boy, if she didn't, we got a whole different situation, doesn't we?
Yeah.
If somebody did something to her, or she accidentally did something to herself,
yeah,
we absolutely cannot stop until we find her. You understand that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to help you guys as much as I can.
And I will not apologize for doing my job and asking difficult questions. You understand that too, right?
Yeah.
Did you kill your wife?
I did not.
Do you know what happened to her?
The detective started picking apart Joe's story.
Did you lock your door when you left the apartment?
Yeah.
If she comes home, how's she gonna get back?
Alright, now it's gonna be tricky for them, because now what they're gonna do is like they're gonna ask him like little, not little, but like questions about details. And this, they try to do it so that they're gonna ask him again after a couple of times, again the same question, and then they're gonna check if he says the same shit or they switch up. So let's see, man. This smart guy who had to relax.
Again, you've got her keys and car with phones, and how is she taking you call it? If she comes home, how's she gonna get back in? You've got her keys and car with phones, and how is she taking you call it? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, did you leave her a note? You didn't leave her a note. I said, hey, don't worry about Anna and me because we're out for a drive. Didn't do that, right?
I didn't.
Why not?
I didn't think about it.
You knew she wasn't coming back, right?
I didn't know. Honestly, I just thought that she had left on her own accord. I didn't know where she might be.
Joe had spent the day driving,
Why
but
would you
where he
think that,
went
man?
made detectives uneasy. He drove past the Missouri River, through stretches of wilderness.
You go driving around through the wilderness, to include after dark. But you say,
Listen, man, if that's the place where he disposed the body, man, this guy is so stupid. So stupid. Like, does he really believe that we believe him when he says like, I went to relax. I went to relax on that day. And you're telling the cops that you went to a wooded area. Man.
that you wanting to relax. But when I hear that, I hear that somebody has a lot of anxiety about something that's just happened. A lot of it. That you cannot sit there in your apartment for another minute because you're going out of your mind. That's what it looks like to me. Does that make sense to you? Am I crazy?
No, it's not okay, but
So how do we explain that, Joe? I mean,
How do we explain that,
once
Joe?
you know, I have been really distant. I really didn't think a lot about it, that she left like that. She's been acting weird recently, and she won't tell me where she's been. I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to go for a drive.
That was his story, and he stuck to it. Detectives had nothing concrete. No body,
Right.
no crime scene, no proof. For now, they had to let him go. But they weren't done with him. Not by a long shot. Right after this police interview, Joe Elledge stepped in front of the cameras outside his home, ready to tell his side of the story.
Talk to me about Menji.
This guy.
It's actually Meng Qi, and it has tone to it. It's Meng Qi. Meng Qi.
It felt like an odd thing to focus on, considering his wife had vanished.
To me about that night that she left. Like, what was that? Was there anything unusual?
Man, if this man is gonna act like he's gonna cry, nah, I'm done.
Like, was she just normal? Is this kind of, does it kind of, are you surprised? Like, just talk to me.
I am surprised. We were kind of growing distant in the past few months, and especially we went to Carthage for an internship over the summer, and you know I don't know how she liked that small town life very much, but she always kind of stayed inside by herself anyway, and I encouraged her to go outside and meet people and do stuff with Anna, and even go out with me whenever I was home, and she just never really wanted to do that kind of stuff, which I don't blame her for it, but I was, you know, that was kind of weird to me that she didn't want to go outside a whole lot.
His story was simple.
Look, for me, when you're on the news shit and shit like that, like, what are we talking about? Like, your wife is missing and we're talking about that she didn't want to go out of the house? Like, you know what I mean? Am I tripping, chat? Am I tripping? Like, be real, man.
She was missing, possibly with another man.
Yeah, I really didn't know where she could have gone. She was supposed to meet somebody in the morning, and I didn't know who else she was going to meet, what else she was going to do. It was really weird that she didn't take her phone and everything like that, but I don't know, all that stuff. So of course I wasn't able to contact her, and even though I tried at the end of the night, but...
So it's like this guy is not even worried. He's only blaming his girlfriend for what's happening. Only blaming. He doesn't feel sad. He doesn't feel stressed. He needed to relax, so now he's relaxed. Like, for me, these are the red flags, man.
I just don't know. I really don't know.
He suggested she had left on her own.
So, what do you think about the fact that she left behind her wallet and everything? I mean, not her wallet, her passport and her phone.
So that stuff is very weird to me. I know she was talking to somebody else on the side, and I didn't know that until after she had left. But you know, whatever she's doing, I just hope she's safe, and I really hope that she can, you know, find herself and come back to me and Anna, and we can just have a big long talk, and that's all we need.
She can find you. Really hope that she can find herself.
But we can work things out. I think she's just confused and maybe scared, and I don't know if she felt alone.
Scared of what, man?
But I just really want her to come back, and it does worry me that she doesn't have any of that stuff. I just really, I just hope that she's safe. I hope that she's at least with somebody who cares for her, you know, enough to keep her safe. And
there was something off about him. He looked hurt, but there was an awkwardness to the way he spoke. His expressions didn't always match his words. At times, he even smiled.
Do you think, do you have any idea as to where she'd be?
I have absolutely no idea where she might be. It's just all so strange. She just disappeared. I don't know. I just really don't know. She hasn't contacted anybody. She talked to her mom, I think, probably 2 or 3 times every single day, and the fact that she hasn't heard from her really worries me. It's very surprising. It's just hard to think about what's going on.
Most missing persons eventually turn up, but detectives were beginning to think this wasn't a typical case. Something wasn't adding up. Detectives pressed Mengji's parents about the couple's relationship, and that changed the course of the case. Mengji had sent her mother photos of on their daughter, Anna, on the child's buttocks. That was enough for police to act. On October 25th, 2019, Joe Elledge was arrested on charges of hitting a child. Investigators pulled location records from Joe's cell phone. Everything aligned with what he had told them, except for one key detail. His phone had placed him near the Lamine River, a spot he had conveniently left out of his detailed account. That changed everything. Law enforcement believed Lamine River could be the site where Joe had disposed of Mengji's body. Over the next 5 months, search teams focused on a remote area near the Lamine River. Just off an overpass.
The search at the Lamine started in December 2020, where the Missouri State Highway Patrol dive team spent a year on and off searching the river.
They lowered the river's water level. Divers scoured the area, searching for any sign of Mengji. Joe's cell phone records placed him there. The evidence pointed to this spot. While search teams combed the river, investigators dug into Joe and Mengji's marriage. It had been volatile. Once police unlocked Mengji's phone, they found something chilling. Hours of recordings she had secretly made of Joe.
I don't like being married to you. I don't like living with you.
He talked about wanting a divorce.
I want to divorce you. Okay? I want that to happen during this semester. I want it to happen soon.
Okay.
Sooner better. Okay?
He wanted her out of his life and his country.
Should I mention in court that you're abusive to me? Should I ask them to deport you?
Things between them had gone from bad.
I hate this guy's voice. When he's angry at his girl, man. Like, what the fuck is this, man?
When you get angry,
Should I ask them to deport you?
Should I ask you to deport you?
Things between them had gone from bad to worse.
You find all those stories about men and or women, other spouse killed them, whatever, because you weren't trying to live peacefully with me. You want me to hurt somebody?
And then there were the threats to put her 6 feet under.
What the
You know
fuck?
what? Next time you dig a hole, I'm just gonna let you jump in, and I'm gonna bury the dirt over you.
And the threats kept on coming over and over again.
If you keep acting this way, I've told you before, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Investigators even found more evidence on child abuse.
Are you trying to make me go crazy so that you can call the police on me and take my baby away from me?
One recording stood out. It was from October 2018, almost a year before Mengji disappeared. That night, Joe had been yelling for nearly an hour.
You want me to break? You want me to hurt somebody?
It had started weeks earlier when Mengji's parents flew in from China to help after their daughter gave birth. It's Chinese tradition.
I don't want your mom here. Your mom is causing problems. Your mom should me.
But what finally set him off was something small. Mengji's mother making dumplings for his birthday. Not the dumplings themselves, but the way she used a cutting board.
Don't do my cutting board like that. I'm telling you, cutting board doesn't like that.
That was it. He snapped. He demanded that she leave. Mengji's mother was in shock.
Yo, Chad, what the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? What the fuck is wrong with this guy, man? I try to think, man. You know, he said he wanted to divorce, but we all know that is not the case because he killed her, man. I'm just gonna say how it is. He killed her. Getting angry for some little shit, man. You just finding an excuse to get rid of the parents. Like, at that moment, at this moment, man, this guy's heart is so black. So black, it should be carbon. This is shit, man. And it be the laziest guys, the most stupid guys. Not stupid, let me say, like this type of dorks, you know, like the school shooters and shit. Oh, look at how small the girl is, man. Now you're trying to act tough, like, man. Go in the world, man.
Shock. She couldn't understand why this young man was so full of anger, why he seemed to hate her so much. Mengji was desperate. She called Joe's mother, Jean Geringer, who drove 2 hours just to mediate.
I'm not here to choose sides. I'm here to try to be neutral and just give advice.
Even then, Joe didn't hold back.
Do I just smack her? Do I just beat her down?
What?
You wanted to.
I have that craving, yes.
You can't,
I'm going to
go there.
Joe's control over Mengji wasn't just emotional, it was absolute. If he said something, it had to be done. There was no discussion, no compromise.
What the is the matter with you? Brainless.
It wasn't just cruelty, it was a deliberate effort to break her down, to make her doubt herself, to make her believe she had no power at all.
You think you're so empowered because of this society. You're still as a woman.
And then his words turned darker.
You know how I conquer nature? I kill it. I grab its head and break its neck.
What the fuck?
The meaning was clear. Joe forced his mother-in-law to kneel before him, to bow.
You're not the God.
I am the God. I say, Mom, don't stay here. She don't stay here.
She left before the traditional 100 days were up. Detectives had listened to 14 hours of
Shit, man, if that was my daughter, man, or my son, or I don't give a fuck what it was, man, this relationship is over, man. I cannot be your father and this shit is happening. Nah, man.
recordings between Mengji and Joe. It wasn't a back and forth. It was all him, gaslighting her, breaking her down, insulting her nonstop. And to investigators, it was more than just disturbing. It was evidence. Powerful, undeniable evidence. After the police arrested him, they executed a search warrant at Joe and Mengji's apartment. They combed through everything, looking for anything that might explain what really happened. And they found it. Inside Joe's backpack, officers discovered notes, written in his own hand, carefully outlining how he should respond to reporters and investigators. One note stood out. It was a script, a rehearsed version of what he planned to say to the police. Even stranger, he had written a reminder to himself, speak about Mungji in the present tense, not the past.
Well, she's a very dedicated person. She's a hard worker, and I really like that. That's important to me.
Why would a man whose wife had simply walked away need to remind himself not to talk about her as if she were gone forever? Investigators kept searching.
This shit is so stupid. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Shit
On a hunch, they
stupid.
seized a pair of Joe's muddy boots, tucking them away as potential evidence. By March 2020, hope was fading. Mungji's mother, desperate for closure, attended a memorial at the river, even without her daughter's remains. It was a way to say goodbye, even if there were still no answers. Then, nearly a year after Mungji vanished, everything changed. A hiker was making his way through a wooded park. Something in the dirt caught his eye. A flash of color. A purse. Curious, he nudged it with his walking stick. Nearby, a pair of shoes. And then, something else. A skull. He called the police. Authorities expanded the search and soon discovered credit cards and driver's license nearby.
And credit cards and a driver's license, all in the name and belonging to Mungji.
Mungji had finally been found. Her dental records confirmed it. Investigators now had a clear picture of what had happened after she was killed. Joe had driven all over, desperately searching for a place to hide her body. She had been in the trunk the whole time. He didn't have much of a window. He had to get rid of her quickly. The morning he finally buried her...
And didn't this guy say he was driving with the windows cracked open for... Like, well, how the fuck are you lying, man? Like, this shit is so stupid. Wow.
The rain had been pouring. It was messy, rushed. And that's when detectives remembered something. The boots. They had taken them from his apartment early on, just in case. And now those boots would become the key to proving he had been at the burial site. The soil embedded in the soles was carefully analyzed. Scientists compared it to soil samples from Mungji's grave. It was an exact match. It wasn't just dirt. There were tiny bits of vegetation stuck in the mud, 12 different types. Experts removed juniper tree needles for DNA testing. Every test led to the same conclusion. Joe had been at the burial site. In court, prosecutors laid it all out.
Even in his mother's presence, the defendant said he had a craving to smack Mungji and physically, a craving to smack Mungji and physically beat her down.
The jury heard about Mungji, how much she had loved her daughter Anna, how she endured constant verbal abuse, the insults, the gaslighting, the threats. They saw the videos too. Joe's smiling TV interviews, pretending to be a grieving husband, his police interrogation filled with denials. And then came the forensic evidence. Soil, vegetation, juniper needles. Every bit of it pointed in one direction. Joe had buried Mungji. He was guilty. The defense had no choice but to change the story. Joe had claimed for months that Mungji had simply walked away. But now, with forensic evidence placing him at her grave, that excuse was impossible to maintain.
He didn't overreact in a violent way. He pushed to get to his daughter. She lost her balance and fell and hit her head. And it was a thud.
Yes, Joe had lied. To the police, to the press, to his own family, and to Mungji's family. What happened between him and Mungji was an accident. He hadn't meant for it to happen. Then came the medical evidence. Mungji's autopsy revealed she had suffered 4 broken. But that was where things became less clear. The medical examiner had ruled her death a homicide. But when pressed, they admitted they couldn't say, with absolute certainty, how she had died.
You ruled the manner of death in this case to be a homicide, correct?
I did.
And then also, you cannot say at all what the cause of death in this case was, correct?
I can't say for certain at all, no.
If there was no clear cause of death, then how could they prove Joe had murdered her? Joe Elledge had taken the stand, and now it was up to the jury to decide whether they believed him.
She pushed me once or twice and before I pushed her back.
But you say you pushed her back. Was it just a gentle push?
No, it was hard.
And when she hit the kitchen counter, did you know whether she was hurt?
She kind of like screamed about it.
Did she come back at you?
Yes, she did. Very quickly.
Very quickly. So this is happening in, what, a blink of an eye?
Yes.
And when she was hit on the counter and she came at you again, what was your reaction then?
I pushed her again.
Hard?
Hard.
What happened
No,
then?
even harder. She fell down.
But according to Joe, she had seemed fine. They had gone to bed as if nothing had happened. Then at 5 a.m., he woke up.
I checked my phone to see what time it was. It was 5 a.m. I reached over and touched Munchie on the arm, and I said that I'll get Anna.
Did you get any response?
No.
Did you find any signs of life?
No.
Realize that she was dead?
Pretty much, yes.
And then came the part no one in the courtroom could understand.
What is going on in your mind where you wouldn't call 911?
It looked so weird. It was so unusual. It looked bad. I was afraid.
Look, the thing is, for now, all right, he's how you say that? He's taking X for his money. Let's say it like that. But if he did this from the beginning, like how this man is asking him, then he would have, like, let's say 90% chance of, I don't know for sure what it is, manslaughter. I think it is manslaughter. Then for sure he would be eligible for, alright, we understand it. You called us, alright, it's manslaughter. But after doing all this shit, man, with the jury there, man, I'm curious what they're gonna say, man.
Aiden, my mind was like going a million miles per hour.
Were you in a state of panic?
Yes.
That you were scared?
Yeah.
Scared because of what? I mean, you said minutes ago that you didn't intentionally harm your wife.
It looked bad, though. I knew that people would suspect me.
So he put his wife's body in the trunk of his car and eventually...
But what are you saying? He knew these people was trying... What's this the shit? Suspect me. You did it, man. So what is... You hit your wife, you pushed her. So what is there to suspect? If it's a fact. People was gonna suspect me about what? Killing your wife. Not an accident. Yeah.
Suspect me.
So he put his wife's body in the trunk of his car and eventually found a place to bury her. The prosecutor probed for every little detail in Joe's story. How was that possible? Joe's arms are much longer than Munchie's.
All push each other at the same time, correct?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be a little bit harder because her arms are way shorter than yours, Joe? Correct?
No, it's possible. It's possible.
It's a pressure like this time.
But if it was her head injury that caused her death, then how would Joe explain the 4 broken...
Really?
Both sides had made their case. The jury now had to decide. The jury deliberated for hours. Then hours turned into days. Then finally, they reached a decision.
The jury find the defendant, Joseph Dwayne Elledge, guilty of murder in the 2nd degree.
Guilty of 2nd-degree murder. It wasn't the worst possible outcome for him, but it wasn't the best either. The jury hadn't believed it was premeditated murder, but they also didn't believe it was just an accident. When the sentence was finally handed down, it was clear Joe wouldn't be walking free anytime soon. 28 years in prison. Justice doesn't always tie up neatly with a perfect ending. Munchie G should have had decades ahead of her, watching her daughter grow. Instead, her life was cut short, and the man responsible will one day walk free. The truth is rarely simple, and in this case, it's as unsettling as ever. What do you think? Did the jury get it right? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
What do I think? Yeah, I think the jury got it right. What do I think? I think this guy is like one of the types that, outside he's a pussy. When he's surrounded with real people, real men, he's a pussy. But inside of his house, like a lot of men, they act like they're the shit. Like, they're the strongest man alive. They can do everything. They are the boss. Like he said, he's God. If he say mama has to go, then mama has to go. And let me know what you thought about this video, man. It's your boy Skimask Reacts. Excuse me if the sound of the mic is not good yet. I'm gonna fix that shit. You know how we do. My brother need that. Aston Martin, so subscribe to the channel. I'm out.